Welcome to Q3 earnings, I guess. Today we're going to be pulling back the curtain on the channel a little bit. I talk a lot on this channel about personal brand growth, development, and strategy, so I thought it would be great to kind of peel back the curtain and take a look at the analytics of this channel, how we've performed over the last 3 months, talk about some of the strategy that I've used, and just give you guys a little taste of everything and kind of the thought process that goes into it all. We're going to take a look at some of these analytics and draw some conclusions about what we can do better over the next quarter and just kind of process everything a little bit. So just a short recap, we rebranded this channel in May of this year. Today is August 7th is the date that I'm recording this. So it was May 1st we started going hard. We rebranded the channel. Originally this channel was about photography, videography, video editing. I have shifted the content to be more towards fragrance related content because that's been like my newest hobby. Also critical thinking, mindset, personal development, discussion-based, long-form think piece content. So let's see how we've done over the last 3 months, and let's just get into it. All right, pulling up the analytics tab on YouTube, first thing you can see is this channel got 79,615 views in the last 90 days. We had 1.1 thousand hours of watch time, which is 32% more than the previous 90 days. We earned 101 subscribers with an estimated revenue of around $75. So not too bad. I want to focus on just the last 90 days, but when I click over here to the last 365 days tab, this is where you can really see the changes that happened in the channel once I started to really go hard. Let me just give you a little bit of background about the channel prior to our rebrand in May. We were originally a film photography, video editing, creative-based channel for a long time. We had one video really blow up and basically was the sole reason that this entire channel was able to be monetized, and that is my video on how to develop 35mm film at home. I made that video during the really big thing that happened in 2020, 2021. I'm not going to say the name of it because YouTube I don't think is too kind to that. But yeah, that video alone basically has been carrying this channel. I didn't do that many videos over the next 4 or 5 years. And just like, I didn't really have enough ideas to really make a full-blown channel about those topics anymore. So that is the main reason for wanting to shift the content of the channel and do a rebrand. It's just, I just didn't have it in me to just make consistent videos, multiple videos per week about that type of content. So as my life began to change, the channel needed to change with me. And so that's where we are now. So since that rebrand has happened, the strategy has been to basically batch, shoot, and edit as many videos as I can. By the way, I do this completely part-time. YouTube is not my full-time job. I have a full-time job. I just try to do this on the side and optimize the best way to have an ongoing YouTube channel as active as possible without having to actually make it its own full-time job. So the strategy has really been to batch, shoot, and edit as many long-form videos as I can, and to take all those long-form videos, chop them up into individual shorts, and use those edits for YouTube Shorts and other vertical short-based platforms. Again, not gonna say the name, I don't think YouTube likes it, but you know what I'm talking about. Originally, we started doing 1 long-form video per week and 5 shorts per week. We've been able to bump that up to 2 long-form videos per week and 7 shorts per week. I would even like to go more heavy on the shorts because, as you'll see in the next couple of slides, shorts has been responsible for a large amount of reach that the channel has gotten over the last 90 days. So let's look at some of the analytics comparing the long form videos to the shorts. First, we'll take a look at just long form videos. 20,000 views, almost 200,000 impressions, which was a 35% increase from the previous 90 days, 6% click-through rate, average view duration of 246. That sucks because a lot of these videos that I make are much, much longer than 2 minutes and 46 seconds. But you also have to kind of take it in context, right? Like that one film photography video that I was talking about that I made 5 years ago is still to this day the highest performing long-form video on this channel. And that video I think is only 5 or 6 minutes long. And so because that is getting the most amount of viewership, the average view duration is going to be closer to whatever the average view duration is for that video compared to the rest of the videos. So it's just one of those things where like analytics, you know, it's so easy to look at them at face value and kind of get discouraged, but you really have to kind of put it in context with the numbers and truly figure out how to understand your analytics and put everything in context. So we'll keep going. I'll show you some more examples of how I'm gonna do this. Let's click over to Shorts. Shorts, we got almost 60,000 views, so 59,000. We got 22.3 thousand engaged views, which I think is fantastic. 428 likes and 26 subscribers accumulated from the Shorts page. You know, not bad. The point of this channel absolutely is for the long form content. That to me is the meat and potatoes of where you're gonna find value on this channel. But the Shorts has been just such a great way to increase the reach and get my videos in front of as many people as they can, get my channel and get some of my videos in their algorithm. Maybe if you're an engaged viewer, then maybe YouTube will recommend one of my long form videos or another short, and maybe we'll convert you to a subscriber, or maybe you'll watch a long form video, maybe not. But that's the strategy here with the Shorts. So very, very pleased with how it's done. Honestly, it's probably one of the brighter spots of the last 90 days is the performance of the YouTube Shorts. Let me show you. I wasn't doing any shorts prior to this new push that we started in May. And so you can see here, like, it was completely flatlined at 0 until May when we started posting consistently. Yeah, like YouTube can't even measure it. It's greater than 1,000% over the last year. So, you know, being able to see that uptick in viewership and views is awesome and really, really encouraging to see. Clicking over now to our overall audience, YouTube doesn't give me any growth analytics on the monthly audience. It's showing me 13.2 thousand right now, with us trending recently up towards the 15,000 mark, and originally starting the 90-day period around the 5,000 monthly audience mark. So really, I mean, a 300% growth in your monthly audience over the course of 90 days. Really, really encouraging, really, really good stuff. And yeah, like we've seen before, plus 101 subscribers, which was a 30% increase compared to the previous 90 days. So doing pretty good. And just look at this, zoom out, and you can see, yeah, we were honestly trending down from August of 2024 all the way until May when we started, trending from about looks like 7,000 or 8,000 down to about 5,000. And once we've started, now we're pushing up and getting close towards 15,000. So pretty good, pretty good. So as you can see here, top videos over the last 90 days, the #1 video still is that video that I made 5 years ago. It was responsible for 13.3 thousand views over the last 90 days, which is, you know, the overwhelming majority of the video views that I've been able to get over the last 90 days. It's one of those things where it is really, really cool to see a video that was made 5 years ago still perform, generate revenue, and generate traction to the channel. It kind of sucks because once you rebrand, you really don't want people to associate with the past content. You want them to more associate with the new stuff. And, you know, I think we're getting there. But, you know, if you've ever tried to really grow a YouTube channel, you may understand the amount of volume and time needed to really do this is so much drastically larger than you ever probably imagined it would be. So we're going to keep it going. You know, I would say the next 2 videos on here, my young men are getting cooked by consumerism, fragrance addiction video, got 2,000 views. That one's done really well. And then another fragrance video about different dupes of one of my favorite fragrances, 864 views. So that's pretty good. Looking at how viewers find the videos, mainly from YouTube search. And again, a lot of these analytics are going to be skewed towards, you know, that top performing video, which to this day is still crushing it. And honestly, it's still awesome. I don't know how that happened. It was a total accident, but that just shows you, you know, one video that you make now could go on 5 years from now to still be earning you revenue and performing well. You never know what's going to happen. So we want to get some of those other videos up there, but this is where we're at now. Let's keep it pushing. Let's look at some of the analytics for shorts again. So how do people find the shorts? 90% of them is on the shorts feed. 34.8% stayed to watch. I feel like that's pretty good. I don't know what like the overall average would be. 65% swiped away. And some of the top shorts, we've got quite a few trending towards 2,000, some in the 1 to 1.5 thousand view mark, which, you know, like I said, the shorts don't really generate revenue to the same degree that the long form content does. That's a big part of the reason why the goal of this channel is to grow the long form content and use shorts to push people towards the long form content, because there's just really not that much revenue to be made on the short side of things. But shorts are super valuable because they increase the reach and they get your channel pushed out to tons of more people just by posting a single video. So great feature. Even if the short-term payoff isn't there, we are very, very long-form minded. Not only just long-form content, but also the long-term growth of the channel is the ultimate goal here. So let's click over to revenue. You saw at the beginning that we made $75 over the last 90 days. The chart doesn't really look like it's trending in any direction. We are getting some higher spikes where we do see revenue going over $2 per day. I don't really have a goal for what revenue is. Obviously, I want to grow the revenue that this channel generates, but I don't have a specific number in mind. There really is no ceiling for how we can do this. Depending on how good of videos I can make and how engaged I can get the audience to be, there is no ceiling to how high this number can be. So I don't want to put a ceiling on it. Obviously, we'd love to see it go from 2 figures to 3 figures. That would be awesome. But I'm trying to think about this channel in the same way that a pre-revenue business is. When you have a publicly owned business that's not currently profitable, they either have debt or they have money in the bank, or basically they're working towards becoming a revenue generating company and being a net positive revenue generating company. We do generate revenue on this channel, but obviously $75 over the course of 90 days, it's not life-changing money by any means, especially when you see other channels of people who've been doing this much shorter than I've been doing, making much more money. It can be discouraging, but we're not here to keep up with the Joneses. We're here to compete with ourselves and just ultimately find growth for the channel. So $75, I'm really treating this, like I said, like a pre-revenue company. Everything that we're going to be doing is focused on long-term growth for the channel. And if we're able to do that successfully, then this number will absolutely rise over the next quarter. So, it's not something I'm really concerned about or worried about. I'm not doing this because I need money. I'm doing this because it's a really fun hobby. I like doing it, and I have a chance to earn some money. So to me, that's what this is all about. I'm not getting discouraged by any of these numbers. While it's not that much money, there's still enough data here to really give us a look behind the curtain and see, what's really generating the most revenue. And it should be no shocker based on some of the things I've shared so far. That top video, how to develop 35mm film, was responsible for $41 of the $71 in estimated revenue that we generated from long form content. We've got a couple other videos down below that we're pulling some weight, $6, $5, $3, and then I'm sure some of the other not so great performing videos are also chipping in a couple cents here and there. One thing that's really encouraging, if you look on the left side where it says how much you're earning, when you look at April, May, June, and July, we've got an uptick in revenue every single month. So $19 per month in April, $22 in May, $24 in June, $29 in July. We are seeing an uptrend in revenue. That is a really, really encouraging sign. That just means that we're on the up and up, okay? We're on the up and up. And in the bottom left-hand corner, how we make money, $71.69 came from watch page ads, which is the long-form content, and $3.82 were made from shorts feed ads. So like I said, shorts feed, it's not really generating a lot of revenue, but hopefully it's creating the reach and it's exposing the channel to a larger audience that can hopefully be converted into a long-form viewer. Looking now at the content performance over the last 90 days on some of the shorts videos, like I said, $3.82 in revenue, so not exactly making a ton of money, even though the amount of engaged views is much, much higher than the long form content, with most of the best performing videos just making like 10, 11, or 12 cents per video. But none of that matters. 22.2 thousand engaged views. That's 22,000 people that are tuning into this channel that have watched a video on this channel that never would have if the video hadn't come across their shorts feed. A lot of analytics reviewing comes down to attitude and just comes down to, finding your positive and negative takeaways. I wanted to show you guys some of the performances of a lot of the individual videos that I've made over the last 90 days. That first long form video that I made about young men getting cooked by consumerism, over 2,000 views. That was like a hit off rip, relative to the other videos. I mean, 2,000 views, it's not that much, but when you compare it to some of these other videos that are just getting 29 views, 164 views, to see a video get 2,000 and hit 4 figures is really encouraging to know that, the ability to do it is there. But I wanted to show some of these videos that have lesser views, 26 views, 29 views. You know what I mean? It's really easy to look at some of these videos and get discouraged. I only got 29 views on this video that I probably spent hours writing the script and producing and editing and, putting everything together to make this video. Like, what did I really get out of doing it? It would be so easy to look at those analytics and just get so discouraged by what you're seeing. 29 views and 2 likes. Like, oh my God, that's just terrible performance. I'll even click over here. You can see some other ones that also didn't do great. 33 views, 95 views, 40 views. And then you get a couple like 500 views, 439 views. Okay, so you get a couple that kind of pop and you start to look at those and say, okay, like what is it about those videos that's different from the rest? Like, what am I talking about in these videos? What am I doing in these videos that's making them be more attractive to an audience than the other videos? It's good data. It's good feedback. You need to look at these things because imagine if you didn't have this insight and you had no idea what was actually performing well. You could just continue to produce these low performing videos. You would have no insight in how to actually improve if you don't take an honest look at some of these things. So that's what we're doing here. One more angle I want to put on this is you have some of these videos, right? Like I look at the top, leverage, how to get what you want out of life. Probably one of my favorite videos that I made for this channel, right now sitting at 84 views, okay? 84 views. Definitely not something to write home about. Definitely not something to jump up and down and celebrate about. But one thing I will say is that video, it's 13 minutes long, and I was probably able to make 7 or 8 different shorts that I clipped from that one long form video. So the theory was sit down, make one long form video, and have enough content in there to be able to make those shorts videos. So that's where all those shorts that I've been posting, those are just clips from the long form. I do make some of my short form videos. Sometimes I will make them on their own and do more than just pull clips from the long form videos, but I do get a large volume of my shorts as things that I've clipped from the long form videos. And when you look at the viewership that the short form videos are doing, let me click over here, you'll see like the top performing shorts are getting 1,500 views, 1,100 views, 1,500 views, 1,800 views, 1,100 views. While the main long form video may only get 84 views, I am able to extract 7 or 8 or more short form clips that can generate me tens of thousands of views. So just looking at the performance of the long form video by itself, to me, doesn't paint the full picture of what that piece of content is doing for this channel in terms of value. So that's why I think it's really, really important to optimize the way that you're strategizing the use of your content to get the most out of every video. Because number one, if I had to make every single short from scratch, I would not have the content. And I would not have nearly enough content to post one per day. I simply don't have the time in the day to do that. It mainly just allows me to maximize what I'm able to get out of each video. So this is the look through of the channel right now. Like I said, the main goal is to convert some of those short form viewers into long form viewers and just continue to grow the channel. Let me know what you think about this. Let me know if there's any content on this channel that you'd like me to continue to make. I'm open to the audience's qualitative feedback as well. I appreciate everyone who tunes in, watches, likes, engages, anything with these videos that I make. I do put a lot into it. This has been a lot of fun over the last 4 months, really putting a lot of effort into this channel and really pushing it and trying to see how far we can grow this channel. So if you're trying to grow your YouTube channel, you might want to subscribe. You might, this is where I do my sales pitch. Okay, let me get it off. But seriously, this is a journey, and the more people that are along with it, the more we can all learn together. And yeah, I think it's a lot of fun. So I'm going to start doing these videos, I think, quarterly. I'm going to try to do it, every 3 or 4 months. Do a video where I come on here, talk about some of the analytics, talk about the strategy, talk about some of the improvements that I need to make. I'm already getting quite a few ideas just based on what we're seeing here so far. So I think this has been a really, really cool experience to get on here and make this. Like I said, I'm trying to treat this like a business. That's part of the advice that I give to people when I talk about making a personal brand, making a YouTube channel. Treat it like it is a business, but also don't forget to have fun. So this is the 2025 Q3 earnings report, the first ever of its kind. I hope you're able to get some value out of this video, get a little peek behind the curtain and see what does a monetized channel really do. Granted, my channel's nothing special right now. We're just doing, in my mind, we're really just getting started. And so yeah, it's been a fun journey. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments if there's anything else you'd like me to talk about on this channel. I'm happy to take it into consideration. I'm happy to make videos about anything that the audience wants or would need value from. So yeah, let me know what you think down in the comments. Hope to see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.